Houthi rebels have wreaked havoc on the Red Sea. Attacks are happening everywhere, and merchant ships of US, UK, India, and Europe are being targeted. But have you asked yourself this question? Why these Houthis are not attacking Chinese ships? Today we have some exclusive insights into how China thought of expanding its shipping business by capitalizing on Houthi attacks. But now this move has backfired spectacularly. First of all, let's understand that the link between China and Houthi is quite glaring. Houthis are backed, armed, and funded by Iran, and Iran is a major strategic partner of China. So, there is this understanding that Houthi will not attack Russian or Chinese ships. It is because of this reason why several vessels passing through the Red Sea are declaring themselves Chinese ship or all China crew to ward off Houthi attacks. This shows the link between Houthis and China is indeed strong, and that even made the US to plead with China to get Iran rein in these attacks. But China has done nothing substantial to curb these attacks. It also failed to join the naval alliance formed by US in the Red Sea to fight against these Houthis. All it did was just lip service. China called on all parties to cool tensions. According to reports, several meetings took place between Iranian and Chinese officials where Beijing cautioned Houthis not to act against Chinese business interests. China is believed to have given green light to the Houthi attacks as long as no Chinese ship is harmed. China did so to expand its shipping business. As per this report accessed by Outright, some lesser known Chinese operators are taking advantage of this crisis and winning new customers and shipping contracts as they realize they are immune to Houthi attacks. And not to mention that the shipping rates per container have risen from $1,500 to $4,000. This means that Chinese companies are making additional profits with no competition in the market. Well, this was the original Chinese plan and it did succeed to some extent. But then the plan backfired. While some small Chinese companies have gained advantage out of this crisis, some major players, big players, are losing big time. It is because the crisis has crippled China's trade with the US as well, the country's largest export destination. As a result of the mounting losses, the China Ocean Shipping Company or the COSCO, the operator of the industry's fourth biggest fleet, abandoned the southern Red Sea because of the security risks. Since Chinese companies are now also facing losses, US officials are hopeful that China might use its leverage over Iran to stop Houthis from the attack spree. But will China's pressure be enough to tackle the Houthis? Some experts really doubt so, and instead they are urging China and India to join forces in the Indian Ocean. Uday Bhaskar, who is the director of an Indian think tank, wrote in an article for South China Morning Post that China and India have a duty to act on Houthi threat. Bhaskar writes, China and India are among the world's top 5 economies by size and are credible Asian naval powers. So, they should act in cooperation to maintain the rule of the law in the seas. I believe this idea of a sort of cooperation between China and India is really far-fetched. China has absolutely no interest in involving its navy in this conflict. It can play other cards like economic and political to achieve its goals. India too is willing to act alone in the Red Sea as it allows it to flex its naval power. That's all for today. Thanks for watching Outright. Follow us for more insights.